Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Dishatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhare. Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhare. Jashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Jashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Jamuna Tira Vanachare. Jamuna Tira Vanachare. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Jashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Jashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakaacharya Stottara Shata Shishimad. His Divine Grace Srila Bhaicharana Arvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki. ISKCON BBD Founder Acharya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakaacharya Stottara Shata Shishimad. His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जाए। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। ब्रज वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। जमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। तुलसी महारानी की जय। समावेत भक्त वृंद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. Glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Which text? 21. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Part 2, text, chapter number 27. This is about understanding material nature. Kapil Dev is instructing his mother. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Animitta Nimittena Swadharmena Amala Atmana Tivraya Mai Bhaktya Cha Sruta Sambrattaya Chiram. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Animitta Nimittena Swadharmenatmamalatmana Tivrayamai Bhaktya Cha Susruta Samvurtaya Chiram. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Animittena Nimittena Swadharmena Malatmana Tivrayamai Bhaktya Cha Sruta Srambruttaya Chiram. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Animitta Nimittena Swadharmena Malatmana Tivrayamai Bhaktya Cha Sruta Sambruttaya Chiram.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha Animitta Nimittena Swadharmena Malatmana Tivrayamai Bhaktya Cha Shruta Samhritaya Chiram. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Animitta Nimittena Swadharmena Malatmana Tivrayamai Bhaktya Cha Shruta Samhritaya Chiram. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Animitta Nimittena Swadharmena Malatmana Tivrayamai Bhaktya Cha Shruta Samhritaya Chiram.
Mothers.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha Animitta Nimittena Swadharmena Malatmana Tivrayamai Bhaktya Cha Shruta Samhritaya Chiram.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Animitta Nimittena, without desiring the fruits of activities. Swadharmena, by executing one's prescribed duties. Amala Atmana, with pure mind. Tivraya, serious. Mai, unto me. Bhaktya, by devotional service. Cha, and Sruta, hearing. Samvruttaya, endowed with. Chiram, for a long time. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, one can get liberation by seriously discharging devotional service unto me, and thereby hearing for a long time about me and from me, or from me. By thus executing one's prescribed duties, there will be no reaction, and one will be freed from the contamination of matter. Sridhar Swami comments in this connection that by association with material nature alone, one does not become conditioned. Conditional life begins only after one is infected by the modes of material nature. If someone is in contact with the police department, that does not mean that he is a criminal. As long as one does not commit criminal acts, even though there is a police department, he is not punished. Similarly, the liberated soul is not affected, although he is in the material nature. Even the Supreme Personality of Godhead is supposed to be in association with material nature when he descends, but he is not affected. One has to act in such a way that, in spite of being in the material nature, he is not affected by contaminations. Although the lotus flower is in association with the water, it does not mix with the water. That is how one has to live, as described here by Personality of Godhead, Kapil Dev, Animitta Nimitta Swadharmena Amalatmana. One can be liberated from all adverse circumstances simply by seriously engaging in devotional service. How this devotional service develops and becomes mature is explained here. In the beginning, one has to perform his prescribed duties with a clean mind. Clean consciousness means Krishna consciousness. One has to perform his prescribed duties in Krishna consciousness. There is no necessity of changing one's prescribed duties. One simply has to act in Krishna consciousness. In discharging Krishna consciousness duties, Krishna conscious duties, one should determine whether by his professional or occupational duties, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is satisfied. In other place, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said, Sanutishthasya dharmasya samsiddhim haritoshanam. Everyone has some prescribed duties to perform, but the perfection of such duties will be reached only if the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, is satisfied by such actions. For example, Arjun's prescribed duty was to fight, and the perfection of his fighting was tested by the satisfaction of Krishna. Krishna wants him to fight. And when he fought for the satisfaction of the Lord, that was the perfection of his professional devotional duty. On the other hand, when contrary to the wish of Krishna, he was not willing to fight, that was imperfect. If one wants to perfect his life, he should discharge his prescribed duties for the satisfaction of Krishna. One must act in Krishna consciousness, for such action will never produce any reactions. Animitta nimittena. This is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, yajna arthat karmanonyatra. Uh, all activities should be performed simply for yajna or satisfaction of Vishnu. Anything done otherwise, without the satisfaction of Vishnu or yajna, produces bondage to. So here it is also prescribed by Kapil Muni that one can transcend material entanglement by acting in Krishna consciousness, which means seriously engaging in devotional service. This serious devotional service can be developed by hearing from for long periods of time. Chanting and hearing is the beginning of the process of devotional service. One should associate with the devotees and hear from them about Lord Krishna's transcendental appearance, activities, disappearance, instructions, etc. There are two kinds of Shruti or scriptures. One is spoken by the Lord, and another is spoken about the Lord by his devotees. Bhagavad Gita is the former, and Srimad Bhagavatam is the later. One must hear the scriptures repeatedly from the reliable sources in order to become fixed in serious devotional service. Through engagement in such devotional service, one becomes freed from the contamination of Maya. It is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam that hearing about the Supreme Personality of Godhead cleanses the heart of all contaminations caused by the influence of the three modes of material nature. By continuous regular hearing, the effects of the contamination of lust and the greed to enjoy or lord it over material nature diminish. And when the lust and greed diminish, then one becomes situated in the mode of goodness. This is the stage of Brahman realization, of spiritual realization. In this way, one becomes fixed on the transcendental platform. Remaining fixed on the transcendental platform is liberation from material entanglement. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshulmilitan Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Jaina Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitamtam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhan Vitanscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deen Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namaham Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktaranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Yeah. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Animitta Nimittena Swadharmena Amalatmana Tivraya Mai Bhaktya Cha Sruta Sambhruttaya Chiram. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said one can get liberation by seriously discharging devotional service unto me and thereby hearing for a long time about me or from me Uh, by thus executing one's prescribed duties, there will be no reaction and one will be freed from the contamination of the matter. So, how to progress in devotional service? Uh, Srila Prabhupada indicates that if you practice for, say, a few years in the prescribed uh, regulative principles that have been given out in the first initiation, uh, one must become ready to enter into uh, uh, serious bhakti. Uh, because Srimad Bhagavatam also recommends otherwise too. Uh, Akama va sarva kamaihi moksha kama udarati tivrena bhakti yogena yajatas purusham param. Uh, if you have no desire for yourself, for material nature, uh, you are akama. Uh, or you want to continue your material nature to fulfill your desires, never mind. But become very serious in performing prescribed duties for the satisfaction of Lord Vishnu. So, uh, for householders, it becomes a very acute, tivra bhakti. And moksha kama udaradhi. If you desire the liberation, for that also you have to do tivra bhakti. Tivrena bhakti yogena yajat purusham param. You must worship the Lord Vishnu. So, people do not know what is tivra bhakti. If you take Haridas Thakur, was he having tivra bhakti? How would you say? Yes. Even though he was chanting only holy names, but 300,000 times. So he was spending 22 and a half hours simply chanting, meditating on the holy name, and he was perfect. So all the 9 processes must be performed singularly or collectively, doesn't matter. But every activities in this 9 process must be uh, very acute that pleases Lord Krishna. That pleases Lord Krishna. How would you please Lord Krishna? What is the standard of pleasing Lord Krishna? How would you know that Krishna is pleased? Uh, Bhagavatam says that perfection of our varna and ashram is to execute the prescribed duties for the satisfaction of Lord Vishnu. Bhagavatam is telling very frankly. Atah pumbi dvijasreshta varnashrama vibhagasha dharmasya anutishthasya samsiddhim haritoshanam. Haritoshanam. For the satisfaction of Lord Hari. And we do not know. We do regulated service, but we do not take accountability daily basis even whether by my performance of today's devotional service was pleasing to Lord Krishna or not. If Guru is pleased, Krishna is pleased. Yasya prasadad bhagavat prasada. Right? So that is one clue. But even if Guru is not present before you, but his instructions are there, and you are encouraged, and all devotees are encouraged and get together like that for performance of Tivra Bhakti. Uh, Regularly attending the class daily, not occasionally, but daily, uh, in the association of the devotees. Even in the home, uh, there are devotees. So that association uh, is should be pleasing to the devotees. So the pleasure of Lord Krishna is depending upon the pleasure of Guru, but the pleasure of Guru is dependent upon the pleasure of the devotees. It's easy. Huh? It's easy. We will make definite progress in advancement of devotional service. Means Tivrena Bhakti Yogena Yajat Purusham Param. Tivra Bhakti can be performed unhampered without any obstacles. When we come out from the bodily conception of life, uh, man is in mode of passion and ignorance. This is his constitution. But if he, by chance or by Krishna's mercy, uh, if he is able to sow the seed of devotion through chanting his holy name, then surely there will be progress. Uh, the activities of mode of passion and ignorance must be curtailed. They are like weeds growing around the Bhakti Lata beach. So it must be plucked out. So anartha nivrutti is that plucking process. Right? If we are free from anarthas, unwanted things in our life, then naturally liberation will be right in front of us. Liberation. Because anarthas are holding us into material world because they are being performed by mode of passion and ignorance. So mode of goodness must prevail in the house, uh, the home of the devotee, where they chant together. Je grihe dekhi bhajane golokevra bhai. This atmosphere is like Golok Vrindavan, full of internal joy. We are serious because we want to listen in a very concentrated way. Tibra Bhakti. You must be paying attention to each and every word of mine. So, this is the process how to concentrate. It is the effect of the holy name. Shrunutam svakatham Krishna punya shravana kirtana Hridayantascha hyabadrani vidhunoti suritsatam nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama sloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki tada rajastamo bhava kamalobhadayasche cheta eterana vidyam स्थितम सत्वे प्रसिद्धति एवं प्रसन्न मनसो भगवद भक्ति योगतः भगवत तत्व विज्ञान मुक्त संगस्य जायते विद्यते हृदय ग्रंथि छेन्द्यन्ति सर्व संशया क्षयन्ति चास्य कर्माणि दृष्ट एवात्मनीश्वरे. These 5 slokas are the cardinal. This is called Bhagavad Dharma. It gives guarantee that self-realization, who you are, you will be able to see face to face yourself with the Paramatma. Drashta evatma Ishvare. Drashta. We may be visualizing only reflected light from our bodies, but that reflection is misleading. It shows only material nature. How one can express his spiritual nature and how one should perceive. This is the process of devotional service. As we cleanse out of our basic modes of material nature, uh, we will become free. That is called Brahmabhuta state. Brahmabhuta prasannatma na shochati na kankshati samat sarveshu bhuteshu madbhaktim labhate param. Para bhakti and tivra bhakti is the same. And we have to be very, very aware that uh, during our past life, so many distractions were there. Whatever is distracting, there is abhas. Chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, namabhas is there, but the namabhas should be continued to, it can give liberation, but not love of Godhead. And out of this namabhas, pratibimb abhas is no good. Of course, chaya abhas is also not good because it will not liberate you, but it will give you promotion to become serious. So it is better to chant. Our chanting should be in chaya abhas. Then we will be able to promote ourselves. Even those who are worshipper of demigods, they may have put Krishna also in between the demigods. They do not know anything. Some kind of religious favor will be there. But their faith in Krishna is chaya. Is surrounded by chaya. Ignorance. But if nobody is there to preach about, how is he going to come out from that chaya? So, but he gets a better chance. Oh, you got Lord Krishna also. So devotee says, then why are you mixing Lord Krishna, who is the only one claiming that mattah parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya? Put him alone. Huh? But put Vishnu Tattva. Vishnu Tattva paraprokta. That is always superior than Jiva Tattva. Shakti Tattva in the material nature is also not going to help you to come out from the bodily conception of life. Only Vishnu Tattva can do. So we resort to all that is applying for our upliftment or towards para bhakti or divya bhakti. By associating with the holy name, and it purifies. Even the topics of Lord Shri Krishna, when we are discussing, they are also purifying our shadow situations. How long can we remain in shadow of dark? Come in the brilliance of direct light, that only when we become a nishtha stage of our development, not before that. So Kapil Dev is telling the same thing as the principle of bhakti. We have to engage our senses in the service of the master of the senses. in order to become purified, uh, that they are rightly engaged. If they are engaged in sense gratification, then we will not be benefited. So many alluring things, alluring in the material world, especially the iPhone. Even small children would hold it. Uh, they are bewildered by it. Uh, it's so catching. Uh, that material attachment is uh, an obstacle in entering into parabhakti. We should minimize it. Uh, we should minimize it. As long as the body is not liberated, why to? So, in the liberated stage, we'll be able to perform parabhakti, spontaneous devotional service, or tivra bhakti. Mm, uh, so, there's a specific uh, stage-wise clearance have been suggested in the process of parabhakti. Very acute devotional service means very strict discipline. If we are not disciplined in the primary stage of our initiation, then how are we going to enter into a very strict internal discipline? Uh, Parabhakti is not a self-manifested, thinking pattern. No, you can easily slip off and become a sahajiya. There are 13 sects after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left. So many, Gauranagaris, Sakhibheki, uh, even Advaita Acharya's clan became Sahajiyas. Aul, Baul, oh my God. In Bengal, they came out. But the unbroken chain of disciplic succession uh, uh, is the cause of protection. If it would not have been displayed by Srila Prabhupada, we would not have any impact of it. Jata Gosai, you remember what happened? Bhaktivinoda Thakur got initiated by Bipin Chandra Goswami, who is coming from Jata Gosai. Means family tradition of gurus. All right? Oh, we are coming from Goswami parentage, so we are also Goswamis. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur was initiated by Bipin Chandra Goswami. And when Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Bimal Prasad was a young boy, uh, he happened to come uh, in the house of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur paid his obeisances, and Bipin Chandra Goswami put his foot on his head. And Bhakti Siddhanta was completely shocked. But he was audacious to tell, do you know who are you putting foot on whom? Do you know? And uh, when Bhakti Thakur was in front, said, your son is very audacious. He dares to tell me this. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur chastised because it's Vaishnava etiquette. But at the same time, he was right. he could have done. Of course, he did in private. You know, he told Bipin Chandra Goswami, a young lad is telling Guru of his father that uh, you do not know, you can't put your foot on my father's head. He is the most liberated person. Right? So, Jata Gosais are like that. No wonder Bhakti Vinod Thakur's lineage was coming from Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, who was the student of Bilva Mangal Thakur. No, I'm sorry. Uh, Vishwanath Chakra, Baldev Vidyabhushan. Baldev Vidyabhushan. Um, he took Diksha. I mean, Jagannath Das Babaji took Diksha from Baldev Vidyabhushan. And Jagannath Das Babaji became instructing spiritual master of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So the disciplic succession continues by both Siksha Guru or Diksha Guru. But in a sampradaya, both Diksha Guru and Siksha Guru must speak the same absolute truth without any deviation. So we are Prabhupada Anugas. Our perfection depends upon the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. So we should not go out of ISKCON. In Parabhakti, this is essential fact because it will protect us. It will protect us from any other deviation. You are not alone. You have the backing of Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. They are the real guide and to make us very, very disciplined. But people can be eluded. You have been watching Premananda Baba and the internet. He's not in our disciplic succession. Neither he was. The clarity is that out of the four sampradayas who established their temples in Vrindavan, Hit Harivams was also contemporary of Rupa Goswami and others Goswamis during that time. Hit Harivams took initiation from Gopal Bhatta Goswami. All right? The Radha Raman Goswami, our Gopal Bhatta Goswami. And Hit Harivams was corrected by Gopal Krishna. He was entering into the Sajiya Bhav of worshipping as if he is already liberated. And Guru chastised him to stop this. But no. So Gopal Bhatta Goswami rejected him. This is the fact. And this Sahajiya movement also spreading side by side. So who will be protecting? And recently, this Premananda Baba also came from nowhere. Who knows his history where he took the sadhu vesha. Hitharivans, they do not have, they are not wearing this dress of this Apasampradaya. They don't have. But Premananda Baba said, I took initiation from the present Pujari of Radha Vallabh. Now, where is the authenticity? Authenticity is not there. One must come from the unbroken disciplic succession, unbroken chain of disciplic succession must be guarded. So that is the sadhu, really. Otherwise, popularity is not the criteria for going back home, back to Godhead. And so many innocent people are simply attracted to this show in Vrindavan today. Oh, look at that, he's a miracle person. He doesn't have 2 kidneys even, but he's using dialysis, People line up at 2 o'clock midnight, thousands of them, and they disturb other Brijvasis living nearby. So there will be police intervention is also there, complaints are there. But anyway, the idea is that if we give up the guaranteed process, then there is no check and balance in our devotional service. Jato mat tato pat. Mayavad philosophy will be there. But anyway, this is the example of Guru Sadhu Shastra Vakya Chittete Kuryoenge. Then we'll be protected. So we have to progress towards Parabhakti. Those who have taken initiation for a significant amount, we have to check how much are we progressing. In ISKCON, it is available. In ISKCON, it is available. The process of Parabhakti, one of my god brother, he is very prominent, is Shivaram Maharaj of where? Hungary. He established Vrajadham. And he's writing books and guiding. I took his permission to teach his books. Oh, so much grilling understanding is there. Go slow, but you'll be enlivened. Actually, this is the time I should be giving class, but because I have to speak here, I have curtailed about for a week. I won't be able to give. But I'm selecting few devotees who are serious about making a tangible progress. The process remains the same. It has been explained by different, incarnations. Kapil Dev and Lord Krishna, their teachings are identical. And so Prahlad's teaching is also identical. And it's in Srimad Bhagavatam. It's a standard process. But Kapil Dev especially describing for the benefit of his mother. And Prahlad's teachings and Kapil Dev's teachings are not too different. The pure devotees are incarnations who have appeared in Srimad Bhagavatam. Even Rishabh Dev is a Shakti Aveshavata, but he teaches pure devotional service. And everyone is saying that we have to first become free from the attachment of the 3 modes of material nature. Brahma is teaching in Brahma Samhita. Maya hi yasya jagadanda satani sute traigunya tad vishaya veda vitayamana sattvaavalambi parasattvam vishuddha sattvam govindamadi purusham tamam. We have to transcend one layer after. So minimum adherence starts from sattva guna. Application of everything sattva guna. Insist The life in the household life must be based on sattva guna. If we associate with other modes, then it will be diverted. Our goal will be completely lost. Those who are materialistic, they say, oh, okay, let's progress both the ways. Uh-oh, you are riding two different horses, directions are different, you'll fall off. Maya goes other way, Krishna consciousness goes other way. You can't ride two horses. So, gradually, we have to make progress. And after retirement age, tell bye-bye. Don't leave the house, but take vanaprastha. No sense gratificatory activities or no indulgence. Here we are so much socially. Oh, we have to attend marriage of this, so we should go. Oh, I have to babysit. How long can we do? The vanaprastha life is to travel and associate with devotees in the places of pilgrimage who are like tirthan kurvanti tirthani. Purification is done by the purified association of the sadhus. If we go like a tourist, then what is the benefit? No. But even though the tourists, when they come in contact with sadhus, their life will be changed. It's an impetus of bhakti. So most of the people come for the first time in Vrindavan. We say, you should take this gift from us. This is the mala. Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So Kapil Dev is insisting, even to his mother, that material attachment, the modes of material nature are very, very, dangerous. For the soul, it must become free from the effect of the three modes. And especially the mode of Rajogun and Tamogun, they should never be dreamt even. Kamaesha, Krodesha, Rajoguna, Samadbhava, Mahashano, Mahapapma, Nityavan. It is an eternal enemy. And we think, Rajogun. Man especially has to be, in that case, women also, but men in mankind, Rajogun is extra, added by Brahma. Rajo adhika karma para dukkhecha sukhamanina. And this is total bewilderment. We tend to become naturally hyperactive. Oh, we take up responsibilities even though it is none of our business. To entangle more and more. But there are subtle desires, subtle, say, oh, I'm the head of the household. I should take care of everybody. But take care for pleasure of Krishna. If you have that gut, then do. Otherwise, become submissive. Householder life begins with the promise of Lord Shri Krishna. The very first instruction is to follow, to fulfill the desire of Lord Shri Krishna. And that too, take the responsibility to make your progeny Krishna conscious in order to liberate them. Otherwise, responsibility is useless. Guru na sasyat, swajana na sasyat, pitana sasyat, janani na sasyat, yadyapi nas mochet samupetyam mrutyum. You don't have any right to become a guru or father or mother or even relative if you are not able to deliver your dependent from the clutches of repeated birth and death. So, do you think children do not come by accident, by superior arrangement they come. So therefore, we have to treat them as they belong to Krishna. And we inculcate the culture of Krishna consciousness right from the childhood. That is the duty. So, otherwise one should not become a guru, a father or mother. No, useless. But we think, oh, it is the obligation on the children to deliver the parents of Pitru. But if Pitrus failed, then it goes automatically on the head of the children. Because tra means tranaya, to deliver from Maya or clutches of repeated birth and death. So that it applies to putri, putra, pita, means pitru, matru, duhitru, satra. They are all connected with deliverance. Tra means to deliver. Tranaya karunya gana. To deliver. So that's why they can become representative of Guru. The first Guru may be mother, second Guru is the father. But where is the deliverance? Becoming religious doesn't mean they guarantee. No. Where is the practice? And where is the progress in the practice? And how would you measure the progress? That is much more needed. Here, these three modes of material nature are a real obstacle that bind us into material nature of repeated birth and death. They bind us. We have to rise above mode of goodness even. Then and then Brahmabhuta state will be occurring. Then and then Parabhakti will be there. So, it's not that when we die we will get liberated. But it's a very risky business. Antakalecha mameva smaran. We just for saving that particular moment when we leave this body, is there a guarantee that you will remember? But you are supposed to perform devotional service. So even though you do not remember, Krishna will remember. So there is some security there. But at the same time, can you pass your life like Vishnudev? Calling Krishna, Krishna, I know you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but I'm in employment. I'm an employee of Mahavishnu. Can you show me your 400 form? Like that. Bhishma Pitama is greatest Vasu. Vasus are taking care of all the directions of creation. Right? So, they are demigods. There are 8 Vasus there. 11 Rudras are there. Adityas are 12. These are the main out of 33 types. So, what it means by Tibra Bhakti, we have to uh, go through the process of bhakti. Even in our primary understanding, the first initiation starts with chanting of the holy name, right? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. Three things are to be targeted. All right. And out of that, Smarana Bhakti is the topmost. Actually, Smarana Bhakti also remains the topmost in other situations also. But that shows your how do you behave with the deity? How do you behave as a Vaishnava etiquette to understand the Paramatma by worshipping the deity? And how would you see Paramatma in each and every living entity, and how would you behave? If there is controversy between the two behaviors, it's useless. A pujari is not an ordinary opportunity, but he serves on the uh, level of, the highest, uh, and there are specific etiquettes in puja performances. Very rigid, but it is very essential to develop that proper approach to the deities, because Paramatma is there, and Paramatma is everywhere. So, does a pujari behave differently with others? Then he is not pujari. It's bluntly said by Kapil Dev to Devhuti. You know, if a pujari can beg forgiveness after the puja because Om Agyanad Atva Gyanad Ashubham Yan Maya Kritam Kshantamarsi Tat Sarvam Dasya Neva Granamam Sthiti Seva Gatir Yatra Sati Vacha Sarva Madiya Chestitam. You are empowered to correct me or punish me, whatever it is. But Pratigyatav Govinda Name Bhakta Pranashyati Iti Sansmriti Sansmriti Pranam Samadhyaryamya. I'm holding my, uh, position or opportunity to serve you because I may knowingly or unknowingly committing mistakes. Please forgive because you promise, your promise, then my devotee will never perish. So that is the only hope. Dasoham iti mam matva. I'm trying to serve you. But there are errors because our four senses, yesterday we talked about imperfection, limited senses, then prone to become illusioned, commit mistakes, and lie, cheat. So with these frailties of the imperfections in sense perceptions and application by the false ego, we lie. How are we going to uplift ourselves? So Kapil Dev says, a pujari's puja does not reach to Krishna if he misbehaves with his congregation the same way he has to behave. What a clear-cut understanding is there. But we have a lot of politics in the pujari department, right? I was told that when are we going to install Radha Shyam? Huh? Because they are sleeping. How long do you want to keep?
Maharaj, now you said it, it's a challenge for all of us now.
But we have to train. We were talking on the way that the pujaris are not, Are Baba, you don't need brahmachari pujaris for worshipping. Train our grahasthas because they have to advance. A pujari uh, is coming from very poor background, mostly from Bengal, and they learn this little technique, but you know, they may follow other principles, but this thing is still remaining. It's not an automatic thing. It requires the training. So, simply training in activities or actions is not enough. What is inside, that has to be trained too. Prabhupada gave us opportunity to worship the deities. Actually, worship of deity was uh, the process for Dwapara Yuga. Dwapare paricharyayam kalauta dhari kirtana. Uh, but it's just an overlapping period. 5,000 years just went. And we have yet to go for 427,000 yet. Uh, so, no rush to enter into Kali Yuga. We are probably the best situated for next 10,000 years to make a dent in the going back home, back to Godhead. I mean, don't come again in this material world, and that's also should be our target. Prabhupada will say that, but then it's up to our sum total of credits that is achieved, which will be a permanent asset. We have to go, and we have to continue. Uh, the service will be eternal. Uh, who knows, we'll be coming in the same body or same human body. Uh, but try to achieve. The consciousness will take us to higher and higher realm because we have to nurture the Bhakti Lata Bij properly and take out the weeds which are growing around it. Uh, so we'll be able to climb the twiner of Bhakti Lata all the way up to the lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna. Right. So here the emphasis of how to subside our base modes of passion and ignorance and how to overcome even mode of goodness. The evam prasanna manaso bhagavad bhakti yogataha. Mode of goodness will allow you to enter into Bhagavad Tattva Vijnanam, the absolute truth of Lord Krishna, the divine divinity that will be available, all right? Mukta Sangasya Jayate. That will be, when you enter into the divinity. The first is the holy name. Chant the holy name, so listen, Shravanam. What it will generate? Rupam. Nam Rupa. Then Guna. Then Lila. We can't jump up in the Leela, but at least Rupam is there. We are given the Rupam, so worship the Rupam. Every householder, we keep the Rupam, Gornitai. They are Vishnu Tattvas, right? Radha Krishna. But yet, we don't go into the Sajiya Bhav immediately because it's not mature. We have to worship even Radha Krishna in the mood of awe and reverence means like Lakshmi Narayan. You have to be very, very strict in discipline on the altar also. You can't talk on the altar. But yet we see fights are going on. So the idea is that we have to enter into para bhakti, then and then something tangible will be addressed to go through the dasyam sakhyam atmanivedanam. This is the subject matter of para bhakti. For the first initiation, the holy name. Second initiation, becoming Brahman. The archanam, pujanam, vandanam. Then the third stage is then dasyam sakhyam atmanivedanam. So at least those who are Brahman initiated, they need push. Don't think just got initiated means everything is over. Nothing is over, Prabhu. Here is the word used that Krishna is telling, Kapil Dev is telling that one can get liberation by seriously discharging devotional service unto me and thereby hearing a long time about me. How much long time is called long time? You decide. But we have been hearing day in and out, right? About me or from me. The Prabhupada says, from me means Bhagavad Gita, and about me means Bhagavatam. So daily we have to cultivate the habit of reading Prabhupada's books, about Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Then the transcendental nature of the explanation by Srila Prabhupada of the transcendental nature of Lord Shri Krishna, who is speaking directly, will be understood. You are serving. Listening is also serving. Shravanam is more important than Kirtanam. So, it's basic, but it must be done. We can't take it, oh, I know, yes, Prabhu, you are correct, but I have difficulty. How long can you become what we say lachar? We are not handicapped. So, any question or comments? You have mic? You speak loud. I can hear. I have my earring. See, transcendental nature is beyond mode of goodness. That is called Parasattva or Adhyatma. Adhi Atma, the configuration or the constitution of Atma, you have to understand. And the function of Atma, you have to understand. Atma has been given consciousness. Then and then it goes through the senses. So in creation, Krishna created 5 objects, then recognizing 5 senses and organs. So 15 elements were created. Then he created earth, water, fire, air, ether as the medium of transportation. More earthly element is there, even sound vibration wouldn't go much, right? Sound vibrations are best heard through the air. But the transcendental sound vibrations, they have wavelength beyond even audible. So, uh, when we say Adhyatma means there is transcendental sound vibration is the medium to enter into that Parasattva. Parasattva. Superior than Sattva is called Parasattva. Adhyatma is Parasattva. But then Krishna is not in Parasattva. Krishna's situation is Vishuddha Sattva. Even Parvati, Uma was told by Lord Shiva, do you know Krishna? You may say you are Radha. That's natural. I can understand. But who is Krishna? He said, Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabditam. Vishuddha Sattva or Parasattva, beyond Parasattva is Vishuddha Sattva. And that's how Krishna appeared in the heart of Vasudeva after 3 millenniums. And Vasudeva transferred Vishuddha Sattva to Devaki's heart. So the position of Krishna in any age will be always in Vishuddha Sattva. He will be the Supreme Personality of Godhead even in the 2-month-old baby when he killed Shaktasur by kicking that cart and killed Putna also. He was Supreme Personality of Godhead. We have a habit to understand Supreme Personality of Godhead as in most adult form. I mean, Navayauvanam cha. But that's not the case. Krishna never leaves Vrindavan, which is understood to be Vishuddha Sattva. So to enter into Vrindavan, we have to also develop Vishuddha Sattva. Prabhupada took Vrindavan all over the world because he stayed within the Vishuddha Sattva, perfectly realized position. And he was able to execute the order of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj. That is the miracle. Otherwise, Krishna Shakti is on the Vishuddha Sattva level. And if we are infused by Krishna Shakti, then and then it works automatically. We remain instrument. Krishna Shakti vina nahi tar pravartan. Without Krishna Shakti, we cannot even propagate ISKCON or the holy name. But it is going on. So with all humility at our command, we must think that we do not cheat. the Paramatma who is omnipresent within our heart. He is there within the atom and without the atom also, in between the atoms. So that realization is happening uh, by the Krishna Katha. One must become benefited by that and increase. Uh, the real greed will start after that. But we have to have a practical greed also to be observed. As long as uh, we become greedy, then you have to work hard also. How will you fulfill your material greed? By working hard. You have desire, but the spiritual side also have the desires. But fulfilling Krishna's desire is Krishna, is that is the spiritual side. The living entities are, and especially the human being, uh, is endowed with fulfilling the desire of Lord Shri Krishna. Up till now, in all the lives that we might have transgressed, in how, in all the lives we must have fulfilled our own desires. So the jiva is roaming around the whole Brahmanda in different species of life. Therefore it is said, Yahi Brahmande Brahmite hoye kon bhagyavana jeev. Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. So nurturing, you have to chant Hare Krishna. That will nurture the Bhakti Lata, that will grow and that will fructify. And the continuous glorification stage is there. You know. So Tivra Bhakti, we have to advance towards the Tivra Bhakti. Any other question? You had another question. Yeah.
Uh, you said that we need to check ourselves of the progress that we are making. Practically in my life, I see that either I'm stagnant or just going down. Uh, how do we and getting more entangled into the grahastha ashram and other things? How what are the metrics to uh, to do a check on our progress?
See, you have desires. If your desires are powerful, then Krishna's desire, then you will be confused, you will not do any progress. But if you take Krishna's desires more important than your desire, then you will try to fulfill that. And Krishna is bluntly asking that. Whatever you do, offer it to me. Whatever you eat, offer it to me. Whatever you do the austerity for, offer it to me. Huh? Everything we have to offer. But then, when our desire becomes more prominent over the Krishna's desire, then the real problem is starting. Uh, it's not confusion. It is overpowering desire of material nature, the uh, guna prabhava. So stay in the association, try to do whatever service you can do in association of the devotees, and you will progress. You may take little more time, but you will be given ample opportunity to understand Krishna, because the same message will be given about how to perform devotional service, how to progress, you know. So listen, and it will push you from inside. You have a question? Then
So Maharaj, whenever we are in a temple or listening a lecture, like you in a devotee association, our mind and thought is okay. We are doing serving the Krishna, everything happening in Krishna's will. We offering the prasadam to Krishna, but we don't go home. But the things like change it completely different. Like that the emotions, the bhav going. Okay, I'm going office, working. It's not the continuously thinking, okay, I'm doing for Krishna, my work, my job, okay, through this, all this Krishna's family, kids, they getting served by all this. So it's not in always, but whenever, like sometimes, okay, like the fundamental principle, okay, this is, but it's not in the practice, basically.
it is in the practice, but it's a slow motion movie going on right now. You have to expedite when your age will be ripened, then you can't go like that. You have to expedite because Krishna will be relieving you from job and other things. So he is giving opportunity. Panchashat vanam gachet. How many years are remaining to enter into vanam? It's all right. Everybody comes to that. Uh, Yeah, we have to think that devotional service cannot become stagnant. It pulls you out and put you into a very uh, dynamic situation. Bhakti Shakti. But it is also a fact that some people go faster than what you think you can. Yeah, if they have given opportunity and if they take opportunity, they will go faster. But sometimes those who are taking up fast uh, motion, sometimes they can also tumble. But Narad Muni said, don't worry. Tyaktva swadharmam charanam bhujam harer bhajan apakvopatet tato yadi kova bhadra abhutamushya kim kova arto apto abhajatam swadharmata. For a devotee who is learning and trying to advance, suppose if he falls down by previous habit or anything, what is inauspicious for him? Don't be discouraged. Soon he will have to rise up again. Name bhakta pranashyati. That is Krishna's guarantee. So Narad Muni is telling, अरे बाबा गिर गए तो क्या हुआ नमस्कार कर दिया अभी उठो चलो आगे.
This is a big hope, and mostly the Prabhupada purport in Srimad Bhagavatam. Like he mentioned, okay, devotee never fall down. Krishna promise, okay.
No, but that means Krishna is warning. But those who have taken a good hold at the lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna, the devotees, serious devotees, okay? For them, bhavam buddhi vatsa padam, padam padam yad vipadam na tesham. In the devotional service, those who have taken the shelter of the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for them to cross over the material world is just like crossing the water contained in the hoof prints of the calf. he can cross easily. Bhavam Buddhi becomes Vatsapadam. Otherwise, those who have not taken shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna, Padam Padam Yad Vipadam Natesham. At every step there is a danger. You never know. I'm already 82, and within the home we fall off, and that starts completely downgrading our activities, you know. But whatever we have done remains permanent asset. So, but we have to be careful, you know. Real care is done by awakened soul. And he must be in discipline to steer his way back home, back to Godhead. And he's not alone. He has his guru with him. He has his the disciplic succession with him, and the Shastra. So we have to keep equal faith on all three. Equal faith on all three. So we'll remain always safe. The soul will remain safe. The soul has to progress. Body doesn't progress much. It's for a short while. Shama Shrita hai padapallava plavam mahat padam punya yasho murare pavam buddhi vatsa padam 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 yad vipadam natesham. Beautiful, you know. These are very instructive that should enter into our heart for once and all. Then and then you will be empowered. You will be empowered. Krishna Shakti vina nahi tara pravartan. We have to remain humble. So therefore we do not offend a devotee who is preaching Krishna consciousness. First and foremost offense is there, because Krishna Shakti is there. It is the potency of Lord Shri Krishna's holy name that is propagating itself. We are simply medium, or nimitta matra bhava savyasachin. We are working against the Maya. It's a war against Maya. Where is your machine gun? You don't have machine gun. Do you have bead bag or not? How many bullets you have? 108. So chant in such a way that Maya cannot enter. All right? Good. You should not forget this. This is not the toy that we have to play with. Do you play with your bead bag? Watch out. Daddy will tell. Kids play with the bead bag. They do not know that this is the real machine gun.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj, for a wonderful class. Next part of the program, Prasadam. Let us all.
Do you have to announce for Prashad?
I just wanted to say one thing for devotees who don't know. Whenever His Holiness Vedavyasa Priya Maharaj says something, it happens. And
Oh my
it
God.
happens whether like, and
I
I
didn't know
just
that.
to share, like, personally, when we did our temple renovation, Maharaj wanted us to cover the entire temple, but we left the porch open because at that time, for those of you know, we were barely getting 50, 60, 70 people at Sunday program, maybe 70 people. So it seemed like that hall was going to be too big. That, 70 people in a hall that big, it will look like empty, right? So when Maharaj came and saw the renovation, he said, "Why did you not close the whole porch?" And I said, "Maharaj, like, that many people will not come." Then he looked at me and he said, "People will come." And it was so true, because now on Sundays, it's edge to edge. And now I wish you had expanded the porch, because we can't fit devotees. So every time Maharaj says something, my faith in Krishna increases, that even if we don't have that qualification, or I don't have that, when Maharaj says it is going to happen, somehow
You
we'll
still
take care.
have 3 sides open, okay?
Yes.
Porch is only on one side.
Yes, Maharaj. So I wanted to say, and the other thing is, when after Prasadam prayers, we did want devotees to get together so we can talk about Rath Yatra, just kind of go through the plans. Everyone is aware. If there are things that we've not thought about, please tell us. So this is going to be a very collaborative prasadam eating session. So everybody, please take your plates, and we will sit here and we will just in a circle and we will talk about Rath Yatra, so that if there is anything we need to do tomorrow, we have one more day before the festival. And then please, everyone, say a special prayer to Indradev or to Giriraj or whoever you want to pray to, that all the rain that has to come can come tomorrow. All the rain, like, let it purify the entire pathway for Lord Jagannath. But on Saturday, we just want shade. We don't want rain. So,
The Indradev is adamant, let it come Saturday morning.
yes,
by 10
yes,
o'clock.
yes, yes. So just, like either to Giriraj or to either one. Yes. That is Padmavati Mataji saying will be over tonight, but yes. So thank you again, devotees. We'll chant Prasadam prayers.
Tolendiataeka Shive Falevi Sayasagare Tava Mate Jivati Logamaya Sudamati Take Jitaka Dina Sansae Dina Vanadaya Mai Kai Bava Jivajai Sapasadani Lopai Sayana Vitapo Radha Krishna Gunagau Premeda Kosi Chaitanya Nitai Jaini Mai Jaini Tai Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Radha Gadadhara Sri Vasati Go Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare